What's up out there? We are back with some more Ancient Relic mode, and I have to do some dungeons. We are at a stopping point, and that is kind of that. Before I forget, I need to run in here and go through the relics that I've got. I forgot to do this in the last video, and now I don't think I've gotten any relics between this video and the last one. It was the one before that, and I just jumped into the last video and cranked it out real fast and didn't take the time to go through the relics. So these are actually, I've had these for a little bit. So I got, if we go down to astrology, I did get the minus 20% astrology interval. That one came up. So that's a new one for me. And then in woodcutting, this is kind of cool, plus 300% gold from log sales. Now, I don't know what all these other ones are. I'm just going into this blind. So I have no idea what these question mark ones are. I haven't looked them up. I don't really care. I'm kind of waiting for the surprise so I can say, hey, that's kind of cool, you know, see what this is. So I've got 300% gold from log sales. So once we get into a little bit more expensive logs, you know, we make a little bit of money. Although I don't really need the money at the moment. The other one I got, I didn't want to close that. The other one I got was from fletching. Now this is base javelins. I don't really care about that. +1 to base javelins, not really a big deal. The kind of surprising one was this plus 100 melee defense bonus from smithing. I thought that was kind of weird that it fell into smithing, but whatever. So here we are. You'll notice this show summary button. Somebody told me about this mod where you can actually just see which ones you have allocated and don't have allocated. So I thought that was kind of cool. And it actually tells you, you know, here's the one I have, and I have the rest of these that are missing. So I guess completion log, pretty much it shows you all across the board, which actually, now that I look at this is probably a better way of just looking at this, because I don't have to cycle through each individual one. I can just highlight over whichever one, and it does tell you what it is. So maybe I'll leave that for future videos. That is the, what is that called? The Incy Wincy something or other. Incy Wincy Ancient Relics is what that mod is, if you're curious about it. So it just shows you a little summary view of what you've got. I don't know if that retains it through, like if I save the game and reload it, does it save this, or do I have to always hit summary? I don't know. I haven't really tinkered with it, but it's just a different way of viewing it. So here we are today. What are we doing? So I want to try and do the Golem territory. I was just looking at that. I think we could do this. I don't remember what monsters are in there, and I don't think it correlates to a combat or slayer area. So this one will be going from my memory, which is terrible. And then we're going to try the volcanic cave. So we're going to get set up for that. I have been working, obviously I have all these leveled up to their cap. I have not been working on Slayer skill that much, so that's why it's kind of low on the pole there, but I did get everything else leveled up. Obviously Herblore and crafting are not there, but I don't really have Herblore and crafting that I want at the moment. I wouldn't mind getting to this crystallization potion, because I think that'll really, that'll help combat, I think. We're going to try that. But like Generous Cook doesn't apply. Regen could be helpful. Seeing Gold, I don't even care anymore. That I don't really use that in normal play. Fisherman's Potion doesn't matter. I don't care about Famished. What I would care about is crystallization. But I did want to get the magic assistants built up, so I've got a few of those crafted up. We've got 100 of them. And that, the thing with this is you get magic accuracy, which is fine. That's on the magic side. You get magic evasion, so if you're on the range side, you can evade the magic a little bit. But you also get 10% chance to ignore burn and frost burn, which is going to be pretty helpful in the place we're going. So let's see here. I don't remember what I had in the last video, but I've got fully upgraded adamant gear now. I just got this rune sword, so we've got all this. I do have a fully upgraded rune shield, so that's taken care of. And I did go ahead and get the amulet of looting. I spent some time with the spider forest. That's completed 36 times. That way I could go and get the get this amulet of looting. I need to get another one, but one of the other things that I've been working on is trying to get township skills done. I have 38, so if I turn this amulet of looting in, that's 39. The problem is I can't do any of these. Like these three would be great. Any of these would be great to turn in, but I can't do fishing or cooking. And because I can't do fishing, I can't get this amulet of fishing. And I'm kind of out of luck on these, so I can't really level these because I've over-leveled the bird's nest, and I don't have that one herblore potion that lets you get the tier 1 ones, so I'm kind of screwed on this. Or the Herblore potion to get tier 1s. I'm kind of toast on that. So on the normal side of things, I can turn that one in for 1. The rest of these I could probably do, like this Turkle stuff, I could probably do those. I could probably get the Kraken one done. If I spent some time, I could do this down here with the Emerald Bolts and turn this crossbow in, because you can thieve this crossbow out. And then I can create these. Can I create Emerald Bolts? No, it's sapphires, so I can't do that. You know what? Don't we have, what do I need? Adamant bolts? I need level 50 on this though. So theoretically, I guess I could get there. What do I need? Emerald bolts. And what do we have for shop? Slayer. I need emerald. Where do I get emeralds at? There's ruby bolts, emerald bolts. So I would need level 100. All right, so we can't get that. Never mind. It was worth a shot. Yeah. All right, so that's not as easily attained as I thought. And I was thinking I unlocked this with fletching, but what I unlocked was sapphires. So emeralds don't come up until way down here, level 60. Yeah, we're going to have to be a lot further away. Okay, well, cross that off the list. I was thinking I was closer. There might be some other things I can do, but I need to get 2 more township tests. I can, like I said, I can turn 1 in. I was looking at doing this slime shooter, which I could do that, or I could do this broken trowel. But I don't, yeah. So I have some options, but I'm not going to sit here and deal with that today. Well, I'll deal with that after we get done with this video. What that opens up is the ability to get, well, I don't have level 40 there, but if I got 40 township tasks completed, I could get the ore box. We can get the bar box, level 1. We can get the herb box, level 1, if I get this up to 40. And we can get some other things on here, probably. I don't know if I care about them or not. Potion box, once I get that to level 40. So there would be a lot of things, because right now, basically what I'm doing is yeeting all this crap out. I have to go click the yeet buttons over here to get rid of them, because I just don't have, I'm at my storage capacity. One of the things I'd like to upgrade is my township, get this leveled up a little bit. I don't know what we need for the tax system to kick in. Thought it said up here somewhere. It doesn't matter. What I need is to get the tax system kicked in so we can get money out of this. I can't remember where that's at. I'm not going to waste the time looking at it as I sit here and waste the time looking at it. But there's a way of getting money out of here, and you need to have a certain level to get that. So I want to get that built up, because I could passively be making money off of this right now. Like, I'm stuck at 9 million gold. I've been running into bank slot issues, so I've had to clean up that and do some other things. And then I keep having to yeet this stuff off. What I did notice is that I have the ability to get ranged hinder scrolls, magic hinder, melee hinder scrolls, and magic hinder scrolls. So I've been stacking those up. So if we go over here, I can throw this. We are on the melee one, so I'll toss these on. So I've got a fair stack of them, 10,000 of these things. I've been grabbing them out as I can, and then I have to yeet off all the rest of the crap. But the more stuff we unlock on Township, the more stuff I can get out of it before I have to just blow it all off into the ether. Okay, so let's go and swap out gear for a dungeon. So I need to be running... Oh, you know what? I can't run that one dungeon because I don't have any summoning tablets. And I don't know that I can craft up anything real quickly. I can. All right. I guess we'll chat and build stuff while this is going. Yeah. I don't know that it's going to be enough Slayer stuff, but all right, we'll see. I'm sorry, not Slayer. I don't know if that's going to be enough summoning tablets to get through that one dungeon at all, but bad preparation on my part. Which does bring up the question. Somebody asked how I am getting through these. I don't know that they asked a question, but they said it seemed kind of impressive to get through these dungeons, like especially this Dragon's Den with such crappy gear and like the worst spells and stuff like that. And the answer I have to that is that these dungeons are actually really easy. Aside from the Myelite caves, none of these dungeons have anything to worry about. Frozen Cove might, I can't remember that. The Dragon's Den is the mechanics. That's the word I'm thinking of. So the Dragon's Den is basically, well, the Myolite Caves offers a sleep mechanic, which really sucks. That's why I don't like running that one. And the Dragon's Den offers the flame mechanics, which actually lights you on fire and takes your health down that way. Those are really the only two dungeons that offer a lot of mechanics. And in the last video, I kind of started the thought and didn't finish it. I was concerned about the final boss in the Dragon's Den. And the thing that had me concerned was not necessarily the damage he was going to do in the auto-eat respect. I was more concerned that he was going to hit me for more damage than I had health for. So if I only had 200 health, I didn't want to get hit for 201, because if he has the possibility of hitting me for more life than I have, that's just an insta-kill. And that's what I was concerned with. Once I saw that he was slightly over my auto-eat, all right, cool, we can deal with that. I can't deal with the full health bar taken off. So that was my big concern with that. But none of these dungeons here really have any kind of mechanics, and you can go into these with pretty crappy gear. If you have enough food and you have your manual eat ready to go, and you get the cadence of the fight down, because you have to watch the interval on the boss and all that kind of stuff, these dungeons are fairly easy. So they were kind of asking when it was going to be I guess that was the questions. They were asking when it was going to be a hard wall of, we're not just going to be able to go in our flip-flops and shorts and kill a boss, So that's going to be starting very quickly. The Volcanic Cave, we're actually going to see some mechanics. So we're going to have to worry about ranged. The other thing that these dungeons here are is pretty much a straight shot of all the same kind of mechanics. So if you go into the bandit base, they are all ranged. If you go into the undead graveyard, they're all melee. Hall of Wizards is all magic. Spider Forest is all melee. It's all melee, I think. Deep Sea Ship is all melee. This is all Frozen Cove's all melee. Dragon's Den's all melee. So you don't have to worry about switching your different mechanics around or having to, because you have to worry about the combat triangle. So like on the Volcanic Cave, I can idle these other dungeons pretty easily now. I don't know about the Dragon's Den, probably not quite yet, but I could probably idle a lot of these. I need to try the Deep Sea Ship. I just haven't messed with it yet. I think I was out of runes, so that I started to, but I just ran out of fire runes. So the difficult thing when you get into the Volcanic Cave is you're going to start getting off combat triangle attack styles, and not just equal combat. You're going to get off. So if you were to go into the Volcanic Cave with magic, you're going to fight the boss right before the final boss, which is ranged, and you're going to be weak to that boss. So you have to take that into account. That's when this stuff starts getting difficult. The Volcanic Cave is not difficult though. What is this thing? The Infernal Stronghold, that one is tough. You need to be careful on that. And then once you get into the God tier dungeon or God dungeons, the Air God dungeon is pretty simple. I don't recall there ever being any different mechanics with that. Maybe a stun or something. It's not that big a deal. Once you start getting into what do we got here? The Water God. The Water God dungeon starts giving you stuns, stuns or sleeps. I can't remember which it is. And they're also switching your combat style around. So you have to be geared up enough to if you're going to run this, AFK, you have to be geared for that. And the same thing with the Earth God. The Fire God's a really tough dungeon. So those are really going to start, the difficulty is going to be ramping up quite a bit. Then we've got Into the Mist down here, I think. And then this is the Impending Darkness one, which those are going to be way difficult mechanics. And we're going to have to be a lot further along. So we're at level 50. We go up by 5. So this would be 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So we can be at level 100, 105. We could be 105 before we go into Impending Darkness. That's cool. If we take these into account, these dungeons here. And I wish I could do Golem territory right now. Of course, as I'm sitting here jabbering, we can't create those. We could create these for a little bit. Those would be good. I can't do Minotaur or Centaurs. I don't have those, but I'll let these build up for a little bit. So we should have a stack of these things coming on. Just need to make sure we have enough. Okay. How long is this video? All right. I need to get going on this dungeon. I guess we may not do two. Yeah, I can't do two things at once, but I can gear up. So we're going to do the volcanic cave. Now, to do the volcanic cave, I want to make sure and have my melee gear because we've got that one ranged fight that we need. So we're going to have accuracy and then all the best melee gear that I have. I've been running this bone ring, which is +3 para points gained per monster kill. What I need to do is switch that out to the silver diamond ring for damage reduction. So we currently have 22% damage reduction. That'll be good. Let's see what we can get here. I should have went and killed some black wizards. These guys give you the black wizard gear, dark wizards. They're higher tier though. Yeah, these guys don't give you anything. I think I killed some of these wizards off. Yeah, all right. So the dark wizards would be a little more difficult, and their gear's a little elusive. Yeah. All right, I should have done that. It's all good. So we need to put on, let's start off with our staff. I actually went and crafted a air battle staff. So this reduces your air rune cost by 5. And then we've got the water adept, earth adept, fire adept, and fire adept gear. So that gives us 4% damage reduction on each piece of gear. Then we can do I think we want to have that amulet on. I don't care about barrier damage. This one's going to give me a summoning max hit. But the big thing is this also gives you interval reduction. So even just having that helps the interval reduction. And I don't really have anything better, so we'll go with this stuff here. So we have 17% damage reduction there, 22% there, and the extra big chunk is coming from that rune shield. So this would be where I would want to have a wand instead of a staff, because then I could get some extra damage reduction. We also need, let's see here, one of those for accuracy. And we could really use, what do I have those there? This thing can go away. And we can get rid of that. I was keeping that there because I was using it early on and it found its way in. I've been battling bank space issues, so I got to make sure crap's cleaned out of here. I think we're done with this, so we can sell all of those. Yeah, I'm just kind of jabbering along and buying some time here so I can get some more of those things built. Let's see here. Oh, we want this on, definitely for accuracy. And I think that'll do it. I need gloves. So for gloves, what can we do? We could do... Where's gloves? Right there. Do mithril gloves. So with mithril gloves, these actually do not affect your... These do not affect your magic at all. I would probably use... Say, where are they at? These. I would probably use these, but these actually reduce your attack and your attack bonus. I'm sorry. So you take a penalty for using these on the magic side. I also went through and got green dragon hide stuff is there and built and upgraded, and then the blue ones. I don't remember. I had to fight some blue dragons or something. That's done. Okay, so we've got all this set up, and I went to go get these gloves, so those are on. And all right, let's try throwing these on and these on. Was this melee? We'll just try it. We'll see how this goes. I need to change my gem out, so I need to set that there. And we need, where's my gems? That's over in here. We need +10 flat barrier, 5% summoning familiar as extra damage. Yeah, we'll go with that. And that's flat barrier damage. This has got, yeah, we'll just leave it like it is. So we'll do this, and then we'll set that there. We'll give this a shot. If this is not melee, all right, so that's melee. And they're doing 118. This might be a little tougher dungeon, so we may just pass on this. I'll give it just a quick shot here. And I may or may not see you at the final boss. We'll just see how it goes and go from there. All right, so I'm going to pull back in here. I'm actually going to back out of this fight. So I definitely need more of the I need more of these. I just need to get more. I don't remember where I get shrimp from. I'll have to figure that out, but raw shrimp or whatever. But I definitely need more of these summoning tablets here. The problem I'm running into is my max hit for this went down considerably, and these things have a pretty good shield on there. So I'm just not going to be able to continue forward with it, and that's fine. I probably need to put a ring on here that would do more damage and stuff like that. But this is taking far too long, and I'm not going to sit and wait through this whole thing because I've still got 4 more creatures after this. We're not even done, so I'm going to back out of that. All right, lesson learned. I'm going to take those off. Oh, you know what I forgot is we have magic assistance potions we can run too. So let's do, and I have prayers that I can put on. So let's go ahead and do the volcanic cave. Run that. I was curious what that dungeon was, so just want to see how it went. That's fine. I also had to switch down to Firebolt instead of Fire Blast because I don't have those, what are they, death runes or whatever these things are. I can't create those. I can't rune craft them yet. So is what it is on those. Magic versus magic. I got to start watching my. Yeah, so I guess this does have magic creatures in it. I forgot about that. So if I was to run this with melee style up against all this, these are starting to do a lot of damage. So they're still within my auto eat, but you would have to be well above this to make sure that you could go through this with melee. Normally I do this dungeon with the melee side. Or I would have all 3 combat slots opened up, which I should work on Slayer and get that combat slot. That probably needs to be the next thing I work on. Get some combat slot stuff opened up. So we want to... Oh, we can't do dungeon swapping. I didn't put dungeon equipment swapping on. Crap, I meant to get that done. Well, this just got interesting. Let's see how this goes. Alrighty then. Ooh, I should have saved up my pennies for that, shouldn't I? This just got a whole lot more interesting. So I can't change anything at all. We're going to have to go through this. Man. All right, set up that combat style for no reason because I can't use it. So Prat's going to be difficult on this one, I think. I don't know if I'll be under the auto eat. I should have plenty of runes. I made sure to have plenty of fire runes and all this. So what I can actually run is an Aurora. I can actually do this plus 50 max hit and 10% max evasion. I can't do curses because these are all, well, I suppose we could do that one. Yeah, I got plenty of that. So we could do a little bit of a curse here. Global, remove their accuracy. Or we could do, no, I don't have, yeah. We could take off their max hit. So I don't know, this is what I'm running. So unfortunately, we're kind of a little hamstrung. And of course, I can't get blood runes and all that yet. Like I need to get rune crafting leveled up again, especially to start getting into the ancient magic or, stuff like that. We're going to have to get that leveled up. So that's going to need to be a priority. If you do that, if you do runecraft, or if you do hardcore combat only, one of the things that really sucks is trying to get runes that you can't get because there's like not a good source for some of these runes. Okay, so he's doing 248, which is well above my auto eat. Pratt is going to hit above that. We got plenty of food, so this shouldn't go bad. The downside is this is going against the combat triangle. So because I can't switch over to melee, I don't get to take advantage of the combat triangle. That means I'm taking a huge penalty. So that kind of sucks. We should be able to get through this. Shouldn't be a difficult time, but it's definitely going to be a hit to... Definitely going to be a hit. And these creatures don't have a lot of hit points on them, so not that big a deal. These things don't really have any mechanics. They just hit or they don't hit, and he's got 89% chance to hit. So you take a big deficit to go against these things. And because this is such a diverse dungeon, I guess I'll just leave the whole content in here. Like this thing's doing 281, so we can get hit with this pretty easily. We only have a 25% chance to hit. This is going to be a difficult fight here. More difficult than normal. Like I'm going to have to auto-eat a lot more. because this thing is going to hit, although we do have a slightly advanced attack interval. All right, maybe I'll skip some of this so you don't have to sit through this whole thing. But basically what you're going to see is me doing this. I'll bring it back when we get to the next monster because this is going to take a while. All right, and we're through that one. So that wasn't too bad. Now this is going to be the hard one. He hits for 440, and he has a volley. So we're going to have to hold 93% chance to hit. So this is going to take a while. So basically I have to hold the heal button down constantly because everything he does can kill me, basically. The volley does 440 in one hit, and there is a chance we could die because the auto eat's not going to help at all here. He hits for basically most of my health, and the volley is going to hit 1, 2, 3 times. So if the volley hits the wrong way, if I was to get hit with 440 3 times in a row, I can't withstand that. So there is a potential of dying on this fight right here, and I have nothing I can do. Yeah, see, we died. So there's nothing I can do about that fight right there. So that's where things are going to get difficult. And there's not really anything I can do for that. I was thinking about it. Because we're switching combat styles constantly, you've got some melee, you've got some ranged, you've got some magic. You're going to be weak to something throughout there. And he's going to be the strongest fight. Malx at the very end is a tough fight. I don't know how much damage he does. But, and this is what I was getting at earlier about the mechanics. The mechanics in those other dungeons, there's basically no mechanics in those dungeons. So you don't have to worry about anything. You can kind of cheese through it all. But he does so much damage. If he hits you with 3 440 hits in a row or 3 200 hits in a row, you're basically dead. There's not enough health on here. You can't manually eat fast enough, and the auto eat's not even going to pick it up. So now you see, I've actually thought we had a chance on this, but I haven't done that dungeon in a while, and I've forgotten about it. So basically, I will try to get the Golem territory done. That one I think we could do. I just need to get some summoning tablets, and I need to go and start thieving, get some gold built up. I really need this dungeon swapping. If we had dungeon swapping, this wouldn't be a big deal. So I just need to get 30 million for that, and then we can take that on. Because what dungeon swapping will allow is I can switch over to my melee for all the ranged fights. And we should be able to go through Pratt and all that. No big deal. What I can't do on the melee side is take on the magical stuff. What would be ideal is if I had all 3 slots opened, which to do that, was that up under here? Yeah, I need to get 300,000 Slayer coin. So maybe that's what I'll set my sights on, is trying to get Slayer coin and dungeon equipment swapping. That would totally make that a cakewalk, because if I had one more character set and this ability to swap, game over, because I could switch between all the different combat styles and have no problem with it. So we got defeated in this video. We did not actually succeed, and that was with some preparation. So I actually did a little bit of work, but can't get forward. So I want to at least made the attempt to try to run it to figure out where the deficiencies are. I need to get some more summoning tablets for sure. Actually, we didn't even have the accuracy thing on here. Not that it would have helped that much, but we need better gear for sure. And we're going to have to make do with what we've got. So I'm going to have to draw back and punt on this one. Probably go into thieving and just do some thieving in here. Find the one that gives me the most gold. He's 1287. I'll have to figure that out, but that'll be the next play, is to get those 2 things done, and then we'll come back for another video. So did not move forward today, which is fine. That's, I don't know if I was expecting to or not. I actually thought the volcanic cave would be a little easier, but is what it is. We'll make some changes and move forward. So that will do it for this video. We will catch you on the next one. Take care.